Good evening, I'm Jill Valley.
And I'm Dennis Bragg.
Groups fighting to overturn the lifting of federal protections for grizzlies in the Yellowstone region say the states are creating new threats to the bear's existence with hunts that they feel could have started as soon as this weekend.
U.S. District Court Judge Dana Christensen was asked to overturn the decision by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service to remove the Yellowstone grizzlies off the list of threatened species, turning grizzly management over to the states. The bears would still be protected inside Yellowstone and Grand Teton National Parks, but Wyoming and Idaho were already planning limited hunts for grizzlies outside the park this coming month. Today, critics of the plan lined up outside the federal courthouse in Missoula, complaining the grizzlies could be slaughtered, reversing years of a recovering population. Inside the court, attorneys for conservation and animal rights groups complained the feds had abandoned reason and science, leaving state plans that create new threats to bears that didn't exist before, especially with increasing conflicts with people. But attorneys for Montana, FWP, Idaho, and Wyoming argued the state-managed plans are the next step in managing growing bear populations, and for Montana especially, coming up with a way to handle the connectivity of grizzlies across the state's wild areas.
It's something that Montana contemplates in both its western Montana plan and its southwest Montana plan. And we want to see the conditions to allow that to happen, and so we're managing with that in mind.
The government looked at this issue of grizzly bears getting into conflicts with people and getting killed as a result based on old data from a decade or more ago, when what we've seen since 2015 is 3 and 4 times historic mortality levels.
Just a couple of hours after the hearing ended, plaintiffs in the case, including the conservation groups and tribes, filed a motion asking Judge Christensen to issue that temporary restraining order blocking Saturday's hunt in Wyoming. And late news is that he has now granted that temporary restraining order, still though has to make a decision on the overall case.